Hello, I am the Pixilated Penguin, and I'm here to give a review. This is of the My Little Pony comic, specifically number 29. In other words, the wrestling issue. Before being a fan of My Little Pony, before Sonic, maybe even before I was born, I was a wrestling fan. I grew up watching the likes of Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. I saw the split of Shawn Michaels and Maury Jannetty. I saw the rise of the Attitude Era, the fall of WCW, and the beginning of the WWE Universe. Thanks to the advantages of technology, my wrestling knowledge is beyond the WWE. With the WWE Network, I can see the pay-per-views of the past. With the internet, I can see wrestling from other organizations. And with DVR, I no longer have to choose watching one over another. So I'm well aware of what wrestling has to offer. Got to warn you, there will be some spoilers. Not all the details, but enough to give it reason. It begins with Madison Square Garden, or as they call it, Minnesota Square Garden, where the gang got front row tickets to the Equestrian Wrestling Entertainment Championship Tournament. All thanks to Rainbow Dash, who got them from Sonic. Rainbow Dash is your hookup. Holla if you hear her! When Ratty goes to the bathroom, she wasn't a cheerleader. She tells us about her twin sister, who is a wrestler, and how they don't really get along. Ratty convinces her to have a tea party and try to sell things between them. Cherry Blossom, her sister, hits it off with the main six, but Cheerlead still has some issues. Cherry tries to stop her from leaving, but ends up getting injured because of it. Unable to get into the ring for at least 6 weeks, she asks Cheerlead to take her place as the Mystery Man. Twin magic at its best. Cheerlead doesn't really want to, but Ratty eventually convinces her. So when it comes down to training, we see that the writer does know about wrestling. That, while dangerous, they do not try to really hurt each other. Kayfabe is broken, and we see what they really are, entertainers. But then things get confusing when Cherry's rival, Ironhawk, seems to take things too real. One minute you have it staged, the next you have it real. Kinda confusing for a bit. But the ending proves that there was a reason for this, and it makes perfect sense, especially if you're a wrestling fan. On the night of the match, Cheerlead loses her confidence, but thanks to Ratty, she gains them back. Cheerlead enters the match and beats Ironhawk for the championship. Sadly, no one told her about the tag match that follows. She didn't have to worry though, because Ratty was her tag team partner. They win the match and Cheerlead and Cherry are back on good terms. Overall, I do enjoy the story as both a pony fan and a wrestling fan. As a pony fan, it's always nice to see more backstory of any pony. And as a wrestling fan, there's enough respect for the sport that you don't see much in other forms of entertainment. So I totally recommend this issue.